Hello everyone, welcome to our channel JK Exemplified. I hope you all are healthy and fine. तो एग्ज़ाम पास आ रहा है एंड एग्ज़ाम पास आने से पहले सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता है रिवीजन करने का, बिकॉज पूरे साल वी रीड मल्टीपल सोर्स, मल्टीपल बुक्स, वी गो थ्रू लेक्चर्स, ऑफलाइन क्लासेस, बट एंड में वही मैटर करता है कि हम कितना रिवाइज कर पा रहे हैं, बिकॉज वन ऑफ द प्री रिक्विजिट ऑफ हैविंग कॉन्फिडेंस ड्यूरिंग एग्जामिनेशन हॉल इज़ रिवीजन. तो ये एक सेंस ऑफ साइकोलॉजिकल सिक्योरिटी देता है आपको जब आपकी रिवीजन प्रॉपर हो जाती है. The sole task of our this initiative is to give you the relevant and precise content ताकि आप उसी एरिया पे फोकस करें जो प्रीलिम्स के अकॉर्डिंग काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. आज के इस टॉपिक में वी विल ट्राई टू फिनिश होल एंशंट हिस्ट्री. ठीक है, तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. पहले एंशंट हिस्ट्री ख़त्म करने से पहले इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव अ अंडरस्टैंडिंग के फर्स्ट सेंचुरी एडी से लेके 10th or 12th century ADs. For example, after the decline of Mauryas till the beginning of medieval period, it is very important to have understanding कि किस particular dynasty ने और empire ने कौन सा particular portion geographical location of those particular areas dominate किया हुआ था. For example, if we see after the decline of Mauryas, there is rise of Sungas. ओके, तो सुंगस वर डिफीटेड बाई सतवाहानास. तो आप देख सकते हैं फ्रॉम 200 BC टू 200 AD देर इज़ राइज ऑफ सतवाहाना डायनेस्टीज़. बहुत सारी और भी हैं, कलिंगा डायनेस्टी है, चीराज है, पांड्याज है, ओके, दारशाना, कशुम्बी, इवन इन मथुरा, शाकाज एंड इन शाकाइज इन राजस्थान एंड गुजरात एरिया. तो हम सबसे पहले पढ़ेंगे सतवाहानास के बारे में. ठीक है, दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आफ्टर सतवाहानास वी सी देर इज़ continuous influx from western side and there is change in the political boundary. ओके, तो जो शाकाज का सत्रप सिस्टम पहले कन्फाइंड था मथुरा तक, नाउ इट इज़ रीचिंग अप टू बंगाल. ओके, इवन दे आर डोमिनेटिंग दिस मालवा रीजन, गुजरात एंड राजस्थान. दिस शिफ्ट इन बाउंड्री इज़ आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. तो हमने पहले ऑलरेडी कवर कर चुके हुए हैं, हम कुशान्स ऑलरेडी कवर्ड, वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड इंडो ग्रीक, ओके, एंड शाकाज वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड. ओके, तो इस पर्टिकुलर इरा में इट बिकम इम्पॉर्टेंट टू स्टडी अबाउट चोलास. ये वही चोलास हैं जो रोज़ अगेन टू पावर राजा इन 10th सेंचुरी. ओके, तो हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, एक ही बार पढ़ेंगे इनके बारे में. ठीक है, वाइल रेफरिंग टू द साउथर्न किंगडम्स. इन नेक्स्ट इरा इट बिकम इम्पॉर्टेंट टू स्टडी गुप्ता एम्पायर. आप देख सकते हैं जब मौर्य एम्पायर डिक्लाइन हुई, it was first political unification under a king. We have already read that Ashoka empire extended in north from Taxila to south here this particular area. तो गुप्ता ने वही इंटीग्रेशन करने की सोची and they have actually politically integrated under समुद्रगुप्ता. Okay, इसी particular एरिया में it become important to study two most important dynasties, that is Rashtrakuta and Vakatakas. ओके, तो साउथर्न किंगडम चोलाज, चिराज, पांड्याज दे वर डिफीटेड बाई कालब्रास. तो अगर क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में आपको अरेंज करना आए कि सतवाहानास वर डिफीटेड बाई, यू कैन ईजिली गो फॉर वकाटाकास, राष्ट्रकूतास, ओके, इवन गुप्तास. एज फार एज आई रिकॉल 2021 में और 2020 में एक क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी में आया था टू अरेंज क्रोनोलॉजिकली ancient kingdom after Gupta. For example, they have to arrange this kingdom of Gupta. Those were like later Gupta, Pashupatis, Makhoris, Yadavs of Divagiri. Okay, so it is very important to have a broad idea of about all these empires. तो उसके बाद आप देख सकते हैं there is another attack from western side, that is Hunas, and Hunas start attacking and there is continuous expansion in area of Vakatakas. And Vakatakas become important and there is shrinking of area of Gupta empire. तो मौर्य से उसके बाद की जो बड़ी empire थी that was Gupta and they start even shrinking. Okay, उसके बाद आप देख सकते हैं Gupta empire disintegrated due to Hunas into multiple regional kingdoms. Okay, for example Pashupatis become very important because Harshvardhan belonged to this area and he for the some period of time actually politically integrated this North Kannauj and Magad area. Okay, and in this same era it become important to study Chalukyas. Please note, हर एक एम्पायर को पढ़ना इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं है. वी जस्ट नीड टू स्टडी द रेलेवेंट एंड only those few important kingdom जिसकी contribution ancient history में important है with respect to governance, culture, everything. Okay. उसके बाद we can see that Pashupatis have expanded their area till east, and there is rise of Gurjara Patihars. These become important. Okay. Even in this particular area, we can see in next era Palas. Palas become important, and Chalukyas become very important. There were two branch of Chalukyas, Chalukya Badami and Chalukya of Vengai. और वही पालव्स, पांडास, चीरास जिनको पहले ऑलरेडी डिफीट कर दिया गया था, दे वर एक्चुअली दे रोज अगेन टू पावर ड्यूरिंग दिस ईरा. ओके, यू कैन सी चालुक्यास हाउ दे बिकम इम्पॉर्टेंट. उन्होंने काफ़ी कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया टेम्पल की फॉर्मेशन में. ओके, एंड इवन इन आर्ट एंड कल्चर ऑफ होल इंडिया. सो दे बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And after this, it became very important to study Gujar Patiharas. You can see Rashtrakuta dynasty, that is very important, and Cholas. These were later Cholas. Okay. After that, it became important. These were actually not very important. Chauhans, Parmars, Solankis. Just you need to have a broad idea. If they are going to ask a question to arrange chronologically various empire of a particular era, तो आप देख सकते हैं कि सोलंकीज वर आफ्टर मुखीरीज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल चौहान्स वर आफ्टर पशुपतिस. तो बस यही एक ब्रॉड अंडरस्टैंडिंग है. इन दैट इरा चोलाज बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड आफ्टर दैट देर इज अटैक फ्रॉम वेस्टर्न फ्रंट, एंड देर वॉज मेडिवल गवर्नेंस सुल्तान सिस्टम इन द नॉर्थ इंडिया. And in southern India, you can see Yadavs of Divigiri, they become important. Kakatias become very important. Okay, these two are most important. तो चलिए, this is the overall crux, overall landscape of North and South India, पहली सेंचुरी से लेके 12th सेंचुरी AD तक. तो अब हम वही रेलेवेंट किंगडम पढ़ेंगे जिनका इन्फ्लुएंस रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हाउ दे politically shape the course of history of ancient India, their contribution with respect to art, literature, social change, political structure, kind of governance which they had, okay, and their important king. तो पहली किंगडम जो इम्पॉर्टेंट है इन डेक्कन इंडिया, दैट इज़ सतवाहनास. तो सतवाहनास ने इस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में रूल किया है ड्यूरिंग देयर प्राइम पोजिशन, एंड देयर actually timeline is from 200 BC to 220 AD. Okay, and Satvahana kingdom was founded by Simuka. Okay, these are very important with respect to exam. We need to understand Satvahana जो dynasty थी, ये it was divided into two part. First is early and second is later Satvahanas. Okay, so early में it became important is Simuka ruler. Okay, and there is Satkarni first. They actually tried to conquest Malwa region, okay, Tapi river, etc. They had their hostility with Karvel of Kalinga, etc. Most important ruler of Satvahana belonged to later phase, and that is Gautam Putra Satkarni. And his timeline is from 106 to 130 AD. Okay, 130 AD. He is important because he defeated Shakas. So Nana Ghat inscription are important because they give a kind of detail about Satvahana's period. We have already studied about important kings and timeline of Satvahana dynasty. The next important is administrative or governance structure of Satvahanas. तो Satvahana का जो governance system था, that was very elaborate. For example, as usual, king is top, Raja, okay, at top, and whole kingdom was divided into province. These provinces were called as Janpadas. Alright. And these Janpadas were actually governed by Amatyas. Please note, these Amatyas are very important official of Satvahanas. Okay. And these Amatyas, जो ये officer थे, they were chosen not on basis of royal blood or proximity to the political system. Rather, Their selection was based on merit system. This office was not hereditary. Merit system, and there was no hereditary, and the office of Amatya was not hereditary. Okay, clear? After king, then Janpadas. These Janpadas were divided into number of village and towns. तो जो विलेज थे उसको बोला जाता था ग्रामिका. The same term continue from Mauryan Empire. Okay, and the towns were called as Nagar, and they were governed by Nagar Sabha. Nagar Sabha. Okay, that's all clear. Another important officer of Satvahanas is Uprakshita. Uprakshita, उनका काम ये होता था, their task was to build cave for monks. Okay, so let's move on to the second condition, social, economic and political structure. We have already seen the political structure, so let's see the social and economic structure. With respect to social, women were given equal right. Okay, second is the economy was agriculture, पूरी agriculture based economy थी, and even the land grant were given to Brahmins. Okay, this is the first record of land grant given to Brahmin. Okay, तो आप देख सकते हैं Vedic period which was based on Brahmanism, okay, declined due to Buddhism and Jainism. इस particular era में, इस particular dynasty ने it revived Brahmanism, and you can see in this era we can see those Ashwamedha sacrifice were done again. Okay, that's all with respect to Satvahana system, और यही इतना important है. Next important empire is Gupta Empire. Gupta Empire was founded by Shri Gupta. Okay, we came across various inscription, for example Nasik inscription, Karle inscription. तो उनसे यही लग रहा था कि its history actually it was founded by a Shiva Gupta or Puru Gupta, and broadly it is accepted that it was founded by Shri Gupta. Okay, around 200 AD. तो जो पॉलिटिकल वैक्यूम फॉर्म हुआ था कुषाण और सतवाहना के एंड होने के बाद, दैट वाज फिल्ड बाय गुप्ता एम्पायर, एंड इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज गोल्डन एज ऑफ इंडिया बिकॉज ऑफ मल्टीपल फैक्टर. वो तो हम बाद में देखेंगे. पहले देखते हैं इसके सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट किंग कौन से थे. एंड फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट किंग इज समुद्रगुप्ता. श्रीगुप्ता इज इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज उन्होंने पॉलिटिकल यूनिफिकेशन की थी ऑफ गुप्ता during the early phase. Okay, second most important is Samudragupta, and third is Chandragupta Vikramaditya, that is also important. Next is Kumar Gupta, and last one is Skanda Gupta. Okay, बहुत सारे important king हैं गुप्तास के, but these four are most important. Even in these four, Samudragupta is very important because he is the one who is responsible for whole political unification of Gupta Empire. उसने पहले क्या किया, he actually directly annexed these core areas. Okay, और यहाँ पे he extended the central direct governance system. तो he was ruling directly these central areas. Okay, and second is जो ये southern kingdoms थी, okay, he annexed those but he allowed the king to rule. तो उसने वो अनेक्स कर ली बट उनको सेल्फ गवर्नेंस के लिए रूल कर दिया. एंड दिस सिस्टम वाज बेस्ड ऑन समंत सिस्टम. समंत सिस्टम इज़ नथिंग बट जो रूलर है दे वर अलाउड टू रूल एंड दे हैव टू पे ट्रिब्यूट टू सेंटर. ओके, फ्रॉम हेयर वी कैन सी दैट गुप्ता एम्पायर वाज बेस्ड ऑन डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. तो चलिए अब देखते हैं कि गुप्ता एम्पायर का होल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम किस पे बेस्ड था. ओके, सो लेट्स बिगन. सबसे टॉप पे अगेन देयर इज किंग. ओके, ओके, एंड ही डिवाइडेड होल किंगडम इनटू, फर्स्ट इज बुक्तिस. दिस बुक्तिस वर कॉल्ड एज प्रोविंस, एंड these buktis were ruled by Kumar Amatyas. This is the first layer, this is the second layer, and third layer is at district level. There is one that is called as Pradesh. District is called as Pradesh. Okay. Even this Pradesh is sometimes also called as Patan, sometimes also called as Adistan. Okay, so please don't confuse with these kind of words. Okay, and after district there are two. First is, that is city in the form of shetties. We have already seen these shetties were guild system. Okay, and the village, the smallest village, which is called as Vithi. Okay, that's all with respect to Gupta's administrative system. इसके बाहर क्वेश्चन कहीं नहीं आएंगे. Okay, now let's move on to the kind of taxation system which was prevalent under Gupta. तो they had a very elaborate taxation system. तो taxation during Guptas in the form of Bali. तो जो ये बाली था ये मौर्यन एम्पायर के टाइम पे वॉलंटरी था. ओके, बट दिस बिकम कंपलसरी ड्यूरिंग गुप्ता टाइम. सेकंड इज भाग. दिस भाग इज 1/6 ऑफ प्रोड्यूस ऑफ कल्टिवेशन. ओके, देन देर इज भोज. दिस भोज इज इन फॉर्म ऑफ gift, flower, wood, fruit, etc. Okay, there is another tax that is hiryanka. As name convey, it is on gold tax. Okay, तो और भी बहुत सारे टैक्स थे, but those are not very important. And one of the most important form of tax, that is forced labor. That is forced labor. It is called as vishti. Okay, next most important thing about Guptas is 9 gem. 9 gem of court of Chandragupta Vikramaditya. तो ये काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. कभी कभी डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड कि 9 रत्न कौन से थे. ठीक है, सो फर्स्ट इज अमरसिन्हा. फर्स्ट इज अमरसिम्हा. सेकंड इज कालिदास. Third is Dhanvantri. Okay. Fourth is Harisena. This Harisena is responsible for Allahabad inscription. Allahabad pillar inscription. Okay. Then fifth is Kahapank. Then sixth is Sanku. Seventh is Varhamira. Varhamira is for Bharat Samhita. Okay, and seventh is Varushi. This Varushi is responsible for first Prakrit grammar or first Prakrit grammar. Okay, and last one is Vithalbhatta. Last one is Vithalbhatta. That's all with respect to Gupta Empire. बस इतना ही चाहिए है. ओके, नेक्स्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट डायनेस्टी इज पालव्स. तो पालव्स के लिए हमारे पास कोई इतना रिटर्न रिकॉर्ड है नहीं है. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल वी फाउंड वन कॉपर प्लेट इन 1840. उसके बेसिस के ऊपर वी केम टू नो दैट these Pallavas were actually some kind of feudatories of Satavahanas. Okay, और कुछ कहते हैं कि these were actually feudatories of Indo-Parthian. And first important king of Pallavas were Shivakant Varman. Okay, he is known for his Ashwamedha sacrifice. Next important is Mahindra Varman. Next important is Mahindra Varman. And another one is Narasimha Varman. These all rulers were important with respect to the art and culture. For example, Pallav architect, their rock cut architect, we will study that with respect to art and culture video. Okay. Next important dynasty is Chalukyas. Actually, these Chalukya were Rajput of North India who ruled this particular area. Okay, initially they're gonna find to this area, that is Badami area, and later they also entered into Vengi. Okay, these two, and the first known ruler is Jayasimha. Okay, however, first independent ruler is Pulkeshian, and we know that Pulkeshian second was the most important ruler of this particular dynasty, especially from Badami inscriptions. Chalukyas are important with respect to art and culture. We will study in separate class. Next important kingdom of that particular area is these three: Rashtrakutas, Gujar Patiharas, and Pallavs. Pallavs were formed by Gopala, and he was the first Buddhist king of India. Rashtrakuta was formed by Danti Durga. Okay, these were actually of Rajput origin, and they were continuous to struggle on this particular Kanuj area because of this fertile belt. Okay, and this area, if we see, was ruled by Harsh also. Okay, Harsh from Pashupati dynasty is also important with respect to ancient India. As far as you have seen, all these kingdom were relevant with respect to exam. हमने काफ़ी precise चीज़ें cover की हैं. We actually covered only those area which were relevant with respect to exam. आर्ट एंड कल्चर जो एरिया है वी विल कवर सेपरेटली. बाकी जितनी भी पॉलिटिकल हिस्ट्री थी, सोशल स्ट्रक्चर था, दैट वी ऑल हैव कवर्ड. फ्रॉम 9th to 10th AD there is a continuous attack on India from this western side, and this led to the decline of regional kingdom till the rise of Delhi Sultanate. तो यही इंपॉर्टेंट है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एंशिएंट इंडिया. इसके बाहर और कुछ नहीं आएगा. जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट हैं अबाउट दीज पर्टिकुलर डायनेस्टीज आई विल बी शेयरिंग इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So in our next class we will start medieval class. In the one particular lecture we will cover the whole medieval area, which is very relevant, and then we move on to modern India. Okay, that's all required with respect to ancient India.